So we're ready for video 2. I have all my ingredients for our sandwich maker, and if you missed the unboxing video for that, I highly recommend you check that one out first. But today we're going to be using our sandwich maker. So I have preheated it, so if you check this out, it's got a power button and a preheat button, and when the green light turns on, green means go, you're good to go. So it's been sitting here preheating, and I will tell you this was the second time I did this. Yesterday I tested it out, but I didn't videotape it so I could really see like if I knew how to do it without making a fool of myself. So I have all of my ingredients here. I will show you. I've got my egg that I've put salt and pepper in that I'm gonna mix up first. I have some pre-cooked bacon, pre-cooked Canadian bacon. I have some cheddar cheese, my English muffin. I buttered the top and bottom of my English muffin just to make it taste better. And some of my tips for my ingredients are that I buy this, my mom got me this, this cute little round cheese because I wanted everything to be just the right size. So she found this little midget round cheese, so I cut little rounds so I wouldn't have like the corner meltiness. I purchase, we go through a lot of bacon in this house. We're not going to talk about that on this video right now. But we buy this giant Costco size pre-cooked bacon for Paul's lunch sandwiches. So I'm sure people have seen pre-cooked bacon before, but this is the giant Costco size one. So these are ready to go. They're cooked, but they're not like crispy. So you can microwave those for a hot second, but I used this machine and I pre-crisped up my bacon real quick on here because I noticed when I made the first sandwich and I just took the bacon right out the way it was. I didn't get like really crispy. It just sort of stayed chewy. So I thought I'd pre-cook it. I also used the little hot plates to pre-brown my Canadian bacon because I thought that would taste better too. So step 1, we got our egg. So you can just pour this egg right in there, but then you gotta break the yolk. So I'm gonna just mix it, and you could use egg whites, but you cannot in this machine use store-bought egg whites or egg yolks like egg beaters or anything. It says not to use that. Those products are all pretty runny, so I'm assuming it just means that it will just slip right out of the machine. So I will show you. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see. So we've got our, open it up, and it's all steamy, and because I pre-cooked my bacon, it's got a little bit of bacon grease love in there. So we put our first, listen, sizzling, okay. Then we are going to line up our bacons. And my friend Julie said not to put the cheese on right away, and I'm gonna take her advice because I watched videos online too, and it just makes a hot mess. So I'm gonna let this egg cook for a few minutes before I try adding the cheese. So we just pour our little egg in there, and it already starts to cook. And then what you want to do is you want to put this lid right in there in the egg. I was contemplating though putting ham in there. What do you think? Just do it? Okay, great. So we're gonna do Canadian bacon and our regular bacon. And I think the good thing is that we already browned this, so because it's not really gonna get any color because it's like deep in there. And then you just put your lid on and you wait 4 to 5 minutes. So at like the 3-minute mark, I'm going to open this bottom one up and I'm gonna put my little slice of cheese in there. But if it were for me, I wouldn't, because I actually don't really like melty cheese on my egg sandwiches. Just regular egg sandwich is good for me. But I'm gonna feed this to Paul, so he's gonna eat it. So I'm gonna set my timer. For 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna open this up and I am going to add my cheese, and then we'll see how it goes from there. We're waiting. So while we wait, what should we talk about? I went to a party today. It was really fun. It was a brunch party, and I'll tell you a funny story about it while we're waiting. So it was from 10:30 to 1. And I thought it started at 1. So at about 9:45, I just looked and it said it started at 10:30, and I was like, oh, we're all still in our jammies. So it was like that Home Alone scene where everybody has to like run around and get ready. And we're like, we're late. So we did pretty good though. We were in the car by about 10:20, and there was just like a little bit of tears from one child. We're not gonna name names, but we made it, and it was only a half an hour drive. So, and we weren't the last ones there, so it was good. But next time I'm gonna be more on top of, I guess, when my parties start. But it was a brunch, so I was gonna make these this morning for breakfast, and then I didn't get to because we had a party. So we went, and it was really good. Well, there was a lot of delicious brunchy foods. There was little quiche tarts, and there was ham and mimosas, which I might have had more than one. Don't tell anybody. Shh, it was a kids party. But I feel like at a kids party there should be alcohol all the time. Just saying. If you ever have a kids party, there should be a back room for the adults to have mimosas to get through it. And it was really cute. There was no meltdowns from children. She got a lot of fun presents, and we got to see their pretty new house. And that was it. Now we're back home, and which I really loved, because usually at those parties you're gone all day, and then when you get home it's bedtime. So, or like dinner time. But this one was like, now we're done. And we had the whole rest of the day to go to. Okay, it's time for my cheese. Hold on. Ready, let's look. Oh, it looks good. Okay. Put a little piece of cheese in there. Okay. Did you hear it sizzle? Because I heard it sizzle. I definitely think that this is really fun, and it'll be fun for like a little bit. I mean, obviously it'll just become one of those things that people forget about. Or like even like your crock pot. How often do you really, I mean, like some people crock pot, but like there's a season to it. So like you go through phases where you'll get your crock pot out and use it all the time, and then you just put it away. So this is like a fun little thing that I think you would use every once in a while. But unless you are one person, I should have got the dual, because I would rather be making 2 sandwiches at once. And I think for the extra money, it might be worth it. Because if you're a family of 4, obviously it's going to take 20 minutes to make 4 sandwiches, which is ridiculous. So we're going to need the dual one. But this is going to go to my grandma. After I get done playing with it, I'm going to give it to her. Because she is the one who asked for it. But I might get one. I might get one, and I might get the double. Paul might, I don't know. I don't know if Paul will really, I think if everything was prepped, like if I had all these little things in the cheese cut in little baggies in the fridge, like while you're waiting for the coffee to brew and stuff, like you could just like throw your sandwich together. There's my timer. Okay, that's it. It looks really good. Can you see it? Oh, you can see it. See? It's very brown. I think that helps also that I add the extra. Okay, so you gotta listen, because you're gonna hear all the sizzle. Nice. And this thing is like perfectly clean. Okay. So everything starts to like fall down. Okay, so we're just gonna lift that. And I think Oh, it's super, like our cheese melted and it did not make a mess. Okay, here's our little happy sandwich. It's really hot. I'm gonna get my, slide it off. Look, you can see how brown and toasty that is. You can see our cheesiness. Cheese melted and didn't just ooze everywhere. Our egg is perfectly cooked and pretty brown. And then I think on our other half, we can't like take the lid off because everything, like the egg connected to that. So we can't really see how our other ham worked out. But I will cut this. And then this is really still very clean. You just would have to wipe this down pretty quickly. Hold on. It's very hot. You have to be really careful where you touch this thing. This is not like have your kid make the sandwich. Because I'm an adult and I will burn myself. So we will just, can you see? I'm gonna, there you go. Oh, this is far better than a McDonald's Egg McMuffin. I'm just saying, this is like boar's head ham and delicious bacon. And so, I mean, yeah, it took 4 minutes, but, I mean, and Egg McMuffin, what is $1 on the dollar menu? I mean, I get that you would have to make 35 of these to pay for, if I got the double one. Like this was 20, so you'd have to make 20 sandwiches to make up your $20 worth of Egg McMuffin sandwiches. I mean, I don't ever eat McDonald's breakfast, but I know people do. Ready? It's hot. This is pretty much the best breakfast sandwich I've ever had in my entire life. Hands down. The crispiness of the English muffin on the crusties on the top and bottom are amazing. I did buy bagel thins because I wanted to see if my bagel thins would fit in there. But this is really good. Do you want to watch me eat it? Oh, wow, wow. All right. So, my review of this Hamilton Beach breakfast sandwich maker is like seriously a 10 out of 10. I love this thing. I didn't know about it until a couple days ago, but it's pretty much changed my life. So we'll see if this week if we actually make breakfast sandwiches. But I would recommend this if you really are into it. I mean, we're at 13 minutes. So, I mean, it takes a few minutes. Definitely fun for weekends. I don't know if I would really take the time to do this during the week. I just don't have time in the mornings for that. So, A+. Go buy one. It's real good.